Hello everyone and welcome back to War Thunder. Today I've got some Meteor Mk4 long wing gameplay. If you've been subscribed to my channel for a few years, you probably would have known that I used to fly this a lot, a fair amount before the upgrade system changed, when it was still XP and there was 20 ranks in each nation. I used to fly it a fair bit back then, and I sort of got put off of it when it ripped at like stupid easy speeds and like stupid easy turns. And recently I decided to fly it because I thought I'll give it a go again and see how it goes. And I've been flying it a fair amount, and it's actually really still quite competitive against the Mk4 bis even, if you fly it right. I've only fought them a couple of times, and in this game I think there was a Mk4 bis and there was definitely a Mk17 which I managed to get. I think I managed to get the Mk17, but this was filmed quite a few days ago, so I'm not entirely sure at the moment. But I mean, it's going from I mean I haven't flown this plane for months, if not maybe even a year or more, because of just the way it flies now. And I just thought the other night I was flying with a couple of SFB guys, and I was flying my Hunter, and I just thought, no, I'm going to take the Meteor out, because there's just something about the Hunter. I like the Hunter, but there's just something about the way it flies, it just doesn't suit my playstyle, I think, because I spent a lot of time obviously flying Spitfires. If I ever play arcade, it's always Spitfires I fly, or Turn Fighters. So I've spent a lot of my playtime in this game flying Turn Fighters, and flying this, it is a Turn Fighter over a high speed fighter, and you can get sort of any kind of situation in this plane, and you can always like just seem to pull it off. And it takes hits quite well, and I've noticed from fighting Meteors that they're pretty tanky and they're really hard to fight, because they can turn really well. They can climb pretty decently as well. I mean, as being seen here, like, it's not the fastest in the world, no, but at this kind of speed you can still turn really nicely, and this is sort of, 500 to 600 is sort of the prime speed for it to be turn fighting, because otherwise if it's high you start pulling a bit too many Gs. But no, it definitely, it can climb so well. Like, you can get to 5k no problems at all. And over here there's a German Mk4 bis, or a fake Mk4 bis, as I've started like to say, because it's sort of just the easy way of getting a Mk4. I don't really agree with it, because the Russian Mk4, it's a horrible grind, and everyone just can get that one so easily now. And I don't know, it's kind of like with the Hunter and say the Meteor Mk8. The Meteor Mk8 is nowhere near as being as fast as the Hunter, or as good as it even, but it sort of is easier to get because there's only 2 planes to grind out. And here I think I'll go for this Mk9. Definitely looks like I do. Yeah, I kill this guy. He was too busy looking at that guy to notice me there. But this is my example of the Meteor being a fairly fast, and with the guns on it, because I flew it so much back when I used to fly it, I know the guns, I know how the plane flies, I know like the best way to fly it, because I used to fly it so much a year or 2 ago with Billisy and people like that. I just sort of I know how to fly the plane, and I know like what its limits are. Even still now, even after I haven't flown it for a while, I still know its limits. And I got that Mk4, which is actually quite a good shot. I'm not sure if that was a bis or not. I think that could have just been a regular Mk4. If it was Abyss, I'm even more impressed, because that was quite a good shot, I think. But it's stuff like that where I sort of think that's when I know the plane, and that's when I know the plane inside out. When I can just take a shot like that and know. And another thing I like about this more than, say, the Hunter, is that you've just got so much ammo. I mean, it's got 700 plus rounds, and it takes a lot to run out of that, because you've just got so much ammo. The guns are fast firing, but not so fast firing that you go through ammo like crazy fast. And I think I got 4 of the kills in this game, and I still had like 400 plus rounds left, I think. I think I might get this guy here. No, I don't. 100. Never mind. I just get him. I haven't watched this video in a while. This is the first time I've actually watched it back since I recorded it. So yeah, that's the 3rd kill. 2 of them so far. One of them Mk9, one was a Mk15, and one was an LA15. I think this one might be another LA15 kill. I'm not 100% sure. But another thing I noticed as well, I flew it again earlier, the Meteor, and I was just turning in circles. I got an entire team of B-57s and F-80s and B-80s. I got the 4th kill. This was an ace game as well. I do get a 5th kill in a minute. But I was fighting. I was the top tier jet in the team. I was a Meteor Mk4, top tier jet. The enemy team had 2 Mk15s, a Mk17, and the highest we had was a Meteor Mk4. We had 2 Vampires, 2 F2H Banshees, I think 2 P80s or F80s, and then like 6 B57s. And somehow I didn't die. I managed to fight them all off. I killed 3 of them before I ran out of ammo. I managed to actually land back at base, surprisingly. I killed the Mk17 and the 2 Mk15 bisses, and I think I might have killed an LA15 as well. I just recorded it all, so that might be another video, but it was a defeat, so yeah, that could be interesting. But on one of them, I know that I sniped them. I know the Mk17 was quite a good shot, but this one, the Mk17 in this game is running now, which that's one of my downsides to the Meteor Mk4, is its speed. It's nowhere near as good as the jets you're fighting, but it's made up for by the fact that you can turn sort of as and when you want to, and as much as you want to. Like, you can pull maneuvers like this, like pulling a loop at lower speeds. You can pull, and you can get away with doing it because you have such a tight turning circle compared to the Mk15 or Mk17 or the Hunter. The only thing is, at higher speeds, you're at huge risk of ripping. I think it's 10G, 11G, you can rip stupidly easy. As long as you stay below 10G and really control your turns, then there's no chance of really ripping. But obviously, with most things, it's not worth risking it if you know that you're going to rip. And I mean, sometimes you can even do a nice slow mouse turn, and it's enough to even rip the wings. And it's kind of annoying, because it's so easy to rip your wings. But at the same time, you know, it's something that you get used to and you learn. Of, oh, I'm going 900, I can't turn that sharply, or I'm going, you know, 800, I can turn this sharply. It's sort of just knowing the speed of the plane. And as you see, I got hit by AA, which is still ridiculously overpowered, and I don't know whether they're ever going to lower the overpoweredness of it. But I mean, I've been in my Hunter or MiG going well over 1,000, flying straight down the airfield quite low, and I've been hit. And I think it's kind of like ridiculous that they can hit you at that sort of altitude. Like, I mean literally like a few meters off the floor, going over 1,000. I just don't quite think they'd be able to accurately aim at you. Like, even at higher altitude as well, you can be at 5k and they're still going to shoot at you, and they've got a very high chance of actually hitting you, which can be annoying. And another thing with the overloading with the Gs that I've noticed with this plane is that compared with a lot of the other planes like the Hunter and the MiG, whether it's because I don't have the booster on the Hunter enabled, I never see extreme overload pop up. Only in this plane have I seen extreme overload. I haven't ever noticed it with the oh, I got hit there. I think I might kill the LA-15. Yeah, I do. I thought I killed the Mk4 in this one, but maybe I didn't. I have recorded a fair few Meteor games over the last few days, so I'm just getting a bit confused about it. But as you can see that on that LA-15, I used a lot of ammo because I had over 400 rounds left before, so I did use a fair amount. And the last guy's on aisle 28, but I'm gonna skip forward quite a bit because the chase for him was rather long and rather boring. So I'll find a good point to skip to in this video. I ended up putting blind hunt on him because I'm a bit of a scrub. I'm gonna find a good bit to skip to because I haven't chopped this down at all. Okay, we're a good bit. So coming in now, I got a few shots on him. Apparently, quote, apparently I hit his gunner unconscious, yet he still shot at me just then with his gunner. To my knowledge, that plane only has one rear gunner, and it still shot at me. So I've noticed this before, so I'm not 100% sure whether it has multiple rear gunners or just the one. But I've noticed a lot that I've killed gunners before on them and it still shot back at me. Whether it's a bug or not, I don't know. But the Hunter kills him at least. But he definitely shot back after I supposedly gunner killed him or unconscious his gunner. But yeah, he was hiding, so I was just like, I'm going to put blind hunt on because no one knows where he is. I don't see the point in dragging out a game for an extra like 50 minutes purely just because some idiot in a bomber wants to hide. So yeah, 5 kills, ace game. I was quite pleased with it, mainly because it's one of those planes where I've always been able to get more than 2 kills average per game. And I actually enjoy playing War Thunder when I fly this, and I got blind hunt again in that after game boost, 100,000 lions. It's not bad considering what it is. So yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, be sure to click like and subscribe down below for more War Thunder, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.